Welcome to Virtual STEAM, where we conduct experiments using science,
Yes.
technology, engineering, art, and math. My name is Megan.
And my name's Julie, and today we're going to learn about the power of the bubble.
There really is something so special about a bubble.
It's a magical puff of air trapped in a layer of soap and water.
But it's always so sad because the bubbles just don't last.
It's true. Today we're going to find out why they don't last, and we're also going to try a little science magic and manipulate.
Now, manipulate, you mean change the bubble?
Totally. We're going to manipulate the ever so awesome bubble into something more than it seems.
Now, I know you can use wands
Yes.
to make bubbles. I brought mine today.
I brought my today.
Well, I was really excited.
We'll use yours.
So, but can we use other things too besides, I only could find this really big one.
Yeah, that was kind of big. So actually we're going to use for experiments today a simple straw. I think you got one in your kit if you were able to pick one up.
I know we're using the straw, you said, but don't we need some liquid bubble solution?
We do.
Can we make our own?
Let's do it.
Awesome.
All right, to make the solution you need two things, water and soap. It's a 6-to-1 ratio, 6 part water to 1 part soap.
Now, we needed a wide cup or jar or Tupperware
Right.
to make the bubble, so I brought my jar today.
Perfect.
And you said 6 parts water to 1 part soap. So let's do 2 cups of water.
I like it.
If you want to make it with me, that would be great. I will try to be as neat as possible, but if I spill, is
It's
that
okay. This is a messy game today. We're gonna do all sorts of spilling and bubbles, and you're gonna get sticky, so you might wanna have some towels, fun stuff like that.
Moms will love us. Now you said 6 parts water to 1 part soap. So we did 2 cups water. Let's do 1/3 cup dish soap.
Perfect.
Now the blue kind is the best. Don't get the fancy stuff on this one.
It seems like a lot of soap, but it's
It
actually
does.
perfect.
I use about this much when I do the dishes.
That looks
Do I
great.
need to mix it together?
Yes, that'd be great. You have a spoon?
I do.
Nice. You don't want to mix too much to where it creates foam, and if it does, it's all good. We'll make it work.
I get a little excited.
All right. Shall we test it?
Yes.
Awesome. It's best to actually use bubble solutions that sat for 24 hours. So we're going to use the solution that we made from yesterday.
Perfect.
But just to show you, it can be used right away. So you don't have to wait if you're getting a little
Can I store it in this?
Yeah, it'd be good if you had a lid or some saran wrap over the top.
Perfect.
You don't
Awesome.
want dirt to get inside.
Excellent.
May I borrow your spoon?
Yes, please.
We're going to stir this up a little bit.
It's
a little
my
more
mom's
gently.
nice serving spoon.
That's very nice. Just in case anything settled on the bottom. Awesome.
What's next?
Let's blow a bubble.
All right. Do you think if I... Can we zoom in on that bubble right there and look at the soap layer?
Let's do it.
Now that soap layer is a bunch of tiny bubble sandwiches working together.
It's like they're holding hands with one another, surrounding that air pocket.
Now let's keep zooming in on those bubble sandwiches and see what one bubble sandwich looks like. Each of those bubble sandwiches is made up of 3 layers. The top and bottom layers are soap molecules.
A molecule is super tiny.
And then in between, a little tiny water layer. You know, I've only seen round bubbles. Why is that?
Well, actually, bubbles can stretch into all kinds of crazy shapes until you flip it off of your wand, and then it becomes a round sphere.
Why does it do that?
Well, the tension of the soap layer shrinks to the smallest possible shape for the volume of air inside. If you compared it to any other shape, you'd see a sphere has the smallest surface area.
Now can we try to hold a bubble in our
Let's
hands?
try,
Can we try to
let's
catch
try.
one?
Bubbles usually burst when they come in contact with just about everything.
But I'm really gentle.
Oh,
Do you think if I'm really gentle, I can catch it? Why can't I catch it?
Well, a bubble's worst enemies are oil, dirt, and gravity. Other than being poked or landing on something sharp, bubbles also pop when the water between the soap layer surface evaporates.
Now, you mean the soap layer evaporates the same way water on a hot sidewalk evaporates? Where the water disappears and goes into gas, into the air?
Yep.
The soap does that too?
Exactly. The problem with evaporation is that the film gets so thin, down to like a millionth of an inch on top of the surface as time passes.
So basically the top soap layer sandwich becomes too thin and it pops.
Yep. Gravity pulls the liquid down and it finally gets too thin at the top and it collapses completely. Let's try another experiment. What if there was soap on your hands? Could you catch it then?
I think that sounds like a great experiment.
Let's see. I'm gonna put some soapy water solution on your hands.
Okay, I'm
Let's
ready.
see. Okay.
I'm ready to be gentle. I caught it!
You can actually hold a bubble between both your hands if they're both wet and soapy. And you can stretch the bubble between your hands.
That was fun. Now, I did hear that there was a way to catch, like to play catch, to bounce a bubble.
It's
But
true.
once it lands on my soapy hands, it sticks.
Right.
So how do we do that?
Something called cotton gloves. I know. It's like
I've never
magic.
seen those in Arizona.
Let's try and use them for this experiment.
Perfect.
Put both of these on.
Okay.
I'm gonna get my handy dandy straw. And we're gonna blow a bubble, and these cotton gloves are going to allow Megan to catch it. Let's see. I gotta blow a bubble. I gotta blow
If
a
at
bubble.
first you don't succeed, just keep trying. Hey! That was fun. But is there a way to make the bubbles a little stronger so I can actually play catch? Hey, look at that. That's cool.
That is cool. There are some ingredients that you can add to make bubbles stronger. Glycerin is one of those ingredients. It's a thick, colorless, syrupy liquid that can help make the bubbles stronger.
Now, I think you can get glycerin at most stores, as well as a popular online shop.
I think you're right.
How much glycerin do we need to add?
Well, you don't need a ton. I'm thinking for a solution like this, we could add a tablespoon. Or a little more.
So what exactly does glycerin do?
The glycerin slows down the evaporation process by adding another layer to the bubble sandwich. You can also use corn syrup or sugar that's been dissolved.
And you dissolve that into your bubble solution?
Yeah.
I think experimenting with different things like sugar or corn syrup or even glycerin sounds like a lot of fun.
Totally.
Who knows? That could be your next great science fair project.
Something to consider. Let's do another experiment.
Perfect. So what's this next experiment entail?
All right, let's try this experiment with bubbles and gravity.
Now, you told me gravity was bad for bubbles.
Right.
Why is gravity, which makes everything fall down, so bad?
Well, gravity causes the bubble sandwich to slide down and squash together. So the bubble sandwich at the top can't hold and it just collapses.
Is there a way that we can take gravity away? Could we maybe try blowing a bubble on the table?
I like it. We should do that. First, you're going to want to make sure your surface is wet. So just with a little spray bottle, if you have it,
Is that just water?
it's just water. We're going to make sure the surface is nice and wet. Because remember, bubbles don't like dry.
Right.
All
Now,
right.
you say eventually gravity will still pop this bubble.
Yeah, it's inevitable, but let's see.
All right, so you dip your straw in the soapy solution, and you're gonna try to blow a bubble on the table. Now that's pretty cool.
Whoa!
I do see it getting smaller a little bit. That's
Yeah.
the gravity working on it.
It's true, they can't last forever. So it sees itself pulling from the top to the bottom, and then when it does pop, you'll see that there's more bubble solution along the perimeter.
Oh,
Let's try to make bubbles inside of bubbles.
taking it one step further.
That's right.
So dip it in the solution again, and you want to blow a big bubble. You can be doing this at home with us. See if you can make more bubbles inside of the bubble than Julie does. So you blow a big bubble, then you go inside, stick in, and blow a bubble inside that bubble. Wow! What? How many bubbles did you get?
I think I got 4.
How many did you get at home? 1? 2? More than Julie?
Love it.
What other fun things can we do with bubbles?
We're gonna do another experiment. All right. With this experiment, we're going to make a hole in the bubble layer.
Okay. What do we need?
You're going to use a large wand, if you had one, similar to yours without the flower inside, or you can make one. We made this out of wire.
Now, do you also need to have this
Pipe cleaner?
pipe cleaner wrapped around? Does that help it?
Well, I noticed that it holds the bubble solution a little more, so it stays a little
Grips
longer.
it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to take this large wand.
Yep. You're going to dip it into the soapy water.
Now, because we have it bigger, we used a pan on this one. It's not filled up very much, just high enough to cover the wand. So I dip it in the soapy solution.
Right. We're
and
not
I'm
going to
come
blow.
up.
We're not going to blow.
I do see that bubble layer.
Yeah, can you show them? Go up and down.
Do you see it bouncing?
Nice. Now you're going to take a piece of thread or string that you've tied a knot at the end and made a circle. We're going to lay it on top of this bubble solution. You lay it on the soap, and you can see it move around. If you move the string around, we'll get it to come off at the end here.
Now she just poked the straw through the center of the circle of the thread, and it automatically turned into a perfect circle. Why did it do that?
It's the tension that pulls at the string. The tension from all the way around pulls at the string when you pop on the inside, and it makes a perfect circle.
And you're just moving that around the wand.
Yeah, because the soap solution is liquid.
That is some bubble magic.
Super cool, right?
Do you have anything else? Any other bubble magic tricks up your sleeve?
Oh, we've got one more.
Excellent. I know you said bubbles form naturally into spheres, that 3D round circular shape, but is there some cool magic science trick that will help us make a new shape?
There is. Thanks to Sick Science with Steve Spangler, it's an apparatus that's made out of struts and balls, and the structure is going to create surface tension that will allow us to manipulate the bubble into something other than round.
So how does this structure make a bubble that isn't round then?
Ooh, let's experiment.
Okay.
We'll let the experiment show us.
So you're dipping it all the way in. If it's not completely covered, does it work?
Totally. It doesn't. You need the soapy solution to go across the whole top.
Whoa! That is definitely not a circle.
It's not. The soapy solution stretches between the pipes and it all meets in the middle, and this causes a square to appear in the middle.
Wow. Can you move the square around?
Can. If I go up and down,
Oh, it
goes
changed.
that way.
Flipped.
You can go sideways,
Wow.
right.
So it's a flat square. Almost. Not anymore. It was a flat
It was
square.
a flat square.
Is
There's
that
back?
is that flat square the only shape you can make?
No.
What can you do?
If we take our straw and blow a bubble
Okay.
into the center, watch what happens.
Hey, a cube.
A cube! So cool, right?
Now, it's pretty small. Can you make it any bigger?
I can. By using the straw, you can blow air into the center.
Look at the 3 different states of matter here. We have a solid with our structure. and now a pyramid inside. We have liquid from the bubble solution and the gas that is inside the bubble from you blowing into it.
Super cool.
Science is cool. Can we make our own square ones?
We can!
If you picked up a STEAM kit, you should have the following items to make your own square wand. If you didn't get one of our kits, you might have these items laying around. You need 12 straw pieces, all cut to about 1.5 inches. You need 4 pipe cleaners, 1 straw that we've been using the whole time. So your first step is you're going to slide 4 straw pieces onto a pipe cleaner. Be sure and leave 1 inch at the top of the pipe cleaner. Next, bend the pipe cleaner into a square shape. Then twist the end, but leave the short end of the pipe cleaner sticking out. Twist the second pipe cleaner onto the long end of the first one. Slide 3 straw pieces onto the pipe cleaner. Push the end of the pipe cleaner through the first square to make the second one. Slide 2 more straws onto the pipe cleaner. And add another pipe cleaner. Bend the first square up. Push the pipe cleaner through the first square to make your third square. Then add 2 more straws.
This can get a little complicated, so don't be afraid to stop, rewind, make sure it's right.
Bring the pipe cleaner under the corner of your third square, loop it around and pull it through the straw. Add another pipe cleaner. And your last straw. Now push the pipe cleaner through the straw to meet the shorter end. Twist the end around the longer pipe cleaner. And now you're all done. Feel free to double up on that handle to make it a little bit more sturdy for you. Now this is cool,
Super cool.
but let's see if it works.
All
Can we
right,
try it out?
let's try it out.
Okay. So I'm gonna just dip it in.
All the way in. Shake it a little bit.
Look at my little square!
There it is!
It's flat. Can you also make a 3D?
Let's try. If you tilt it to where the flat is perfect.
Oh, the flat side
So it
needs
can-
to be up.
Kind of hold on
Okay.
to the little bubble that comes down.
And there is our little cube.
Cube.
And can I still move it around?
Only when it's a square and not a cube.
Oh, okay. That was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Thanks for joining us today for another episode of STEAM. Hope you had fun learning about bubbles.
We sure did. Bye, guys. Have a great day.